Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on? It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekend. Hey, what's up? What's up? I hope that everybody's having a good time. Woo! Just checking some levels here, making sure we get everything nice and crisp and clean. Yipper. Mm-hmm. So, shout out to everybody who's already here. What's up? I see you. Hope all is well. And let's see here. Let's get this popping. Got all this stuff in here, making sure we're good. Let's make sure here we got this. Hit me up in the chat room. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. So just put it high up in the chat room if you can hear me and see me okay, so that I know what I'm doing here. Because every time I do this, it's an adventure. Yeah, buddy. Hey, Carlette, I see you. Nice to know that you made it. Glad you're here. I am going to wait for a couple of stragglers. Yes, I see some folks messaging me private and public here. What's up to everybody? Hey, what's going on? Is that Kasha? Please don't get mad at me if I jack up your name. I am a name jacker upper. I do my best, but I am a name jacker upper. And Adrian's here with us. Ray, what's up, Ray? Dude, I see you. Oh man, so it's always good when people have their kids involved in entrepreneurial aspects. Oh, okay, Keisha. See, I like phonetics. Phonetics make me look good. Yes. So before I get started, I definitely want to say thank you for ending your Thanksgiving weekend with me. I had an awesome weekend with my family. I didn't do a damn thing. I just, I ate and I relaxed and I spent time with my peoples. Hey, LaCrystal, I see you. What's going on? I really did, and the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about, first this webinar, this module is called You Supercharged. One of the questions I get a lot is, how do you balance everything that you do? Like, where do you get the time and the strength and the energy, and how do you just seem to find a way to do things that no one can really understand? And basically, what it comes down to is, I'm very good at making you see one thing and then all of a sudden you don't. So, it's simply a matter of making sure you take the time to do what's necessary. In other words, a lot of people have this thing where they want work-life balance, and they want to figure out how they can, I want to do it all. I want to climb Mount Everest and be a mom and be a dad and go to Little League, and ain't gonna happen. Something is always going to be out of whack. Something is always going to take precedence, and it should. That is just the natural order of things, and that's okay. The problem is, people, especially entrepreneurs, have been sold a bill of goods where everybody walks around with a S on their chest talking about how super they are. And I'm sorry, if you ever knew anything about Superman, you'd know three things. Number one, he's not from this planet, he's from Krypton. Number two, he's an orphan. And number three, Superman has a fortress of solitude, because Superman can hear every single person on the planet crying for help all the damn time. And that becomes a bit much. That's why there are super friends, and that's why there's the National Guard and everybody else, because Superman can't do it all. And so even he needs a break. He needs some peace. And so what I want you to understand is, there is no such thing as having everything clicking on all cylinders all the time. I don't. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and tell you that I do. What I do a good job of is compartmentalizing and managing my time effectively. Let me give you an example. All weekend, I didn't do a lick of work. You didn't really see a whole lot from me. Nobody got a bunch of email blasts with me in them. None of that. Because my family deserves a Thanksgiving without me being Dave Anderson, business bully. So what I did was, hey, I see you. What I did was, I made sure I spent a lot of time with my family and I relaxed. Now, I will say, one thing that sometimes becomes troublesome is me having to have that conversation with my family like, hey, listen, um, I have to finish edits on pitch, close, upsell, repeat. The new book, which is available right now at ibranduniversity.com/store. Please get the book. It is awesome. But when I had to finish those edits, or I realized that there was a chapter I wanted to kind of extend or take some things away or maybe clarify a point, that requires a bit of concentration. So that means everything else is just going to have to fall back for a hot second. And luckily I have a family that understands this. See, a lot of you have people who you call family who you're related to by blood and or by marriage or by virtue of having a child, and you don't have their support. And support doesn't mean that they sit around going, rah, rah, sis, boom, bah, I get everything you're doing and you're awesome. Support also does not mean that if you are the CEO of the company, that we are the CEO of the company. That's not what that means. Support is understanding the other person's needs and being able to fulfill those needs. Now, the flip side of that is you have to be able to set down your business hat and pick up your mom hat, your brother hat, your father hat, whatever it is that you need, and that's important, because if you're not able to do that, then something is going to suffer. You're going to worry about things getting out of whack over here or over there. So first things first, what does your day look like? I honestly want to know. Like, if you want to put in the chat room, like, tell me what your day looks like. And while you're doing that, I'm going to explain what my day looks like. I get up every day, not too early, about 4. I get up. I may, depending on how my 7-month-old is acting or feeling at that time, I may just sit there and watch her for a little bit. I usually shower the night before, so I don't have to do anything but run a rag across my face and brush these pearlies. And then I get started with whatever it is I'm going to do, whether that is, heading into an office for an assignment or a contract gig, whether that is going and hitting the gym, whether that's taking a walk, whatever it is, whether that's catching up on much needed work before the sun comes up. See, if you want to talk about making the most of a couple of hours, get up when everybody else is asleep. And, oh, Dave, it's hard. Oh, that's so tough. How do you do that? Well, guess what? I got a DVR, so I can watch Housewives of Atlanta at noon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to watch it, tonight. I ain't gonna miss much. It's the same old thing. Somebody's gonna yell at somebody. Somebody's gonna call somebody a bitch. Somebody's gonna throw some shade, and somebody's gonna twirl, and there you go. In the meantime, business still has to get done. So get up. You'd be surprised. I got some of the best writing done for pitch, close, up, sell, repeat. In the very wee hours of the morning, and I don't mind. And you know what winds up happening is your body gets used to that a little bit, and then on top of that, what you want to be able to do is look up and you'll realize it's 11 o'clock, and you've already done 7 hours worth of work when the average person has only done 2. So it's a good look. Now I'm going to check this out here. Adrian says Ray, who's her son, is a very ambitious young man. So I applaud Ray and everybody who has children that are doing their thing. She says Ray gets up at 3 a.m. so he can be at work by 4. He is a corrections officer. He's starting a media production company, so he's trying to figure out how to be a single father, work, and build a business. Well, I can't really tell you how to be a single father. I've never been a single father. I can tell you being a married father, it's still a lot. So hats off to you. But here's the thing. Okay, and he's going to send me a friend request. Absolutely awesome. Hopefully he'll be enrolling in the entire course, which is something I recommend everybody do. Here's the truth. There is nothing wrong with working a job. I know you guys hear me say a lot. If you've ever, followed me, I feel like people who just sit around and work a job for the sake of working a job with no real plan in place, I don't really like those people. But I do like people who are working a job and using it as a seed type of situation to grow their own business. Shout out to him because he's a corrections officer. That's a lot of pressure. And starting a media production company, that is awesome. So what I would say is you got to structure that time. If you know good and well the kids are out of school by 2:30, that means you need to be done everything you need to do by at least 1:45. It gives you some leeway time to get yourself together, go get the kids or whatever the program is for you, and then come back, spend some quality time with them, go over homework, do what you got to do, get them set if they're on the TV or playing games or after whatever recreation they do to wind down before they go to bed, and repeat that vicious cycle that I hate so much in this public school um, desert that is the United States of America. Um, then you get right back at it and you work. The other thing is, I hear this a lot. If you've ever seen the movie Coming to America, there's a scene where Arsenio Hall is trying to help Eddie Murphy find a woman. So they go to this bar and they sit at the bar, and basically it's almost like speed dating before there was speed dating. And there's all these people, and this one woman comes on and she has a lighter in her hand, and she goes, "I was Joan of Arc in my former life," and the flame is just in there, skin sizzling, the whole nine. And another woman comes on, and this is what she says: "Well, I want to be I want to be an actress and a dancer and a singer, and I want to be able to write my own songs and produce my own songs, and then I want to be an actress, and maybe I want to direct, and I want to write." And by the time she got done running down all this list of things that she wanted to do, both Arsenio and Eddie Murphy are like this. And my point in bringing that up is some of y'all are trying to do everything right now. You're trying to be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the person in the mailroom, the person in the boardroom, the person in the bedroom, the person who is in accounts receivable. You're trying to be HR. You're trying to be the security guard. Look, stop. One thing at a time. And then once you get that one thing down, then you move on to the next thing. And a lot of this just sounds like common sense because it is. But most of us do not practice it. We want to try and do everything today. And I know because I used to do that. I used to try and do everything all at once. And you know what it got me? A whole lot of stress. So now I don't. I handle what I handle and I go from there. It's a very simple thing. And I'm just going through here, see some folks, in and out. All right, let's see what we got here. You got folks doing this, that, and the third. All right. Cool. And you have to find what works for you. If what you're doing right now is not yielding you any results, if you're not generating growth over time, meaning that you're not getting in more revenue, you're not producing more product or services, or being able to assist people in getting to that next level, then what you're doing isn't working. It needs to be revamped. I usually revamp my process every 3 months, quarterly, without fail. And there's certain things that I've gotten down to a science, especially now, like being married and being a father of two, like you have so much, there's always something, and then you have to also make room for the fact that, when you have little ones, they don't care about your schedule. They want you now, and you're going to have to go, so it's like if my baby needs to have her diaper changed and I know my wife is exhausted, and I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing. I'm going to take a break from this MacBook and I'm going to get up. I'm going to change the baby. I will play with the baby. I will, make her food. I'll run her bath, whatever needs to be done. It's a team effort, Now, I would say this, getting back to Ray and his media production company, can you be a little bit more specific? Because it's kind of a broad term. Media production means a number of things to me. You could be doing audio for commercials. It could mean you're making video. It could mean that you are pressing magazines, so if you can give me some specifics of what that looks like, and how much time you have devoted into it, how much you have invested, then I can probably give you some more definitive answers. Now, I do understand that there are a bunch of folks here. Okay, I see that. A bunch of folks who had sent me messages regarding getting their websites critiqued and actually getting them set up to have a full analysis, which I have absolutely no problem doing at all. You're gonna have to bear with me on that. He said he wants to make video and do editing. Okay, that's cool. How many videos has he made? Does he have a YouTube channel? How is he getting that message out there? How many endorsements does he have? And that's another thing, man. I'm sorry, I gotta stay hydrated. No, I don't show labels, but brother, gotta stay hydrated. It's good water. Um, Another way that you can supercharge what it is that you're doing is have surrogates. In 2007, what you saw between 2007 and November of 2008 was Barack Obama run a campaign where he was everywhere but nowhere. You saw George Clooney and Eva Longoria and Jay-Z and Kanye and all these different people campaigning on his behalf. You have to have surrogates. In other words, if you do a good job for somebody and they rave about you, right? Ask them for a testimonial. Ask them to say, hey, listen, can you take some time and just, write up something or do a quick video? Video is oh so important um, to endorse my business. What you like, what you would recommend, your experience with the service. That's always very important. And what you'll find is that will do a lot more for you. Like sometimes I'll be sitting playing like my daughter, my oldest, she's 16. We play this game called Left 4 Dead. I actually stopped playing Left 4 Dead to come do this webinar with you guys. And when I was looking at my phone and I had all these messages from, students saying, well, Dave's having this webinar, make sure you jump on. Also, there were people saying, well, Dave has done X, Y, and Z for me. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to put on a point that I didn't have to put up a bunch of posts or generate a bunch of advertising because my work and the people that I do the work with and for wound up speaking for me. And that's critical. So that saves you a ton of time. Also, if there's an easier way to do the process, then make an easier way to do the process. You don't have to do everything. Like if somebody else can stir the batter, then all you got to do is pour it in the tins and put it in the oven. Like simplify the process. Simplify the process. Now, the one thing that I haven't done on this webinar ever before is what I'm going to do now. And that is I am going to take calls. And I'm going to allow you to call in and send the questions to me that way as well. That way people can hear your voice. That's if you're not scared. So I'm going to put the number right now in the chat, and you guys can go ahead and let me know. Let's see here. The number is 929-35, and that's the number. So feel free to give me a call. I will take your calls live, and I am going to answer any question that you have specifically for the benefit of everybody here. And that's also going to help people who are going to be watching this, later on, students who are active, and you'll be able to get those questions answered. So let's see who's not scared. And while we're on that call, I'm going to post this poll. Let me know if you see the poll right there. Questions: what's the main struggle in your business? And I just want to know, what you're struggling with, what's going on, how we can help you, and we can get those things in there. And I see some other folks that's rolled in here. I see Michelle's here. I see Deetra's here. Linda Jones, what's up? Carlette, I see you. So again, that number is 929-35-BRAND. And as soon as you decide to call, if you're not scared, I am going to answer that question for you. Now, while I'm doing that, because I don't believe on letting stuff sit around too late, what I want to do is start pulling up some of these websites and going through what they look like here. I'm sorry, I'm like BB King. I can't play and sing at the same time. It's hard for me to type and talk. Oh, that was wrong. Hold on. Did that wrong. That's why. Hold on. How to get that right? Yes. Save that. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just running a test. All right. So the first one that I have up, and I'm going to show this to the people. Nice, 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 nice. Lots of good stuff here. All right. So while we're waiting, because people are moving real slow and calling, is I'm actually going to show you this. So this is for the website I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to do an analysis so you guys can see what it looks like. Is for a website called Wristlets and Things. So what I'm going to do now is actually share my screen. All right, so we can see, and oh, there's the infinity. All right, so here's what we're looking at, because I wanted to do it, and before, when I used to do this, I used to do this where you would see like everything. Didn't want to do that. You would see everything, whereas though I'm showing the site and I'm going, what's the word I'm looking for? Page by page by page. It becomes very tedious. So I'm going to go and I'm going to, because some people feel as though I start always with the bad things first, I'm going to start with the good things. So let's start with the good things. All right. So code quality. Awesome. Everything looks good as far as the HTML goes. Also, images are great. They're good sizes. Everything's cool there. Titles are strong. Now, Dave, why are titles important? Titles are important because people may be searching for something specific. So let's just say, for example, that people are searching for, you know, dog treats, right? And you sell dog treats on the site. Not that this site is a dog treat site, but I'm just saying for the sake of argument. A title will definitely help with the Google search and the rankings that go along with that. So excellent on that. Overall, out of a scale of 1 to 10, this site has a 4.8. All right, so that means there needs to be some work done on the site. First thing that I will tell you, and I always go through this, if you look at the marketing, I want to show you what the tests are there. We have some issues when it comes to social presence, analytics, video, and incoming links. So I'm going to start with the two most important ones for me, social presence and video. All right. If the page has a Facebook page, it's not correctly associated with it. And according to this tool here, it's saying that a website was found that has a Facebook page, but it's not connected to it, meaning it's not linked to the Facebook page from the site. So in order for people to feel like it's official, you have to have it linked to the site in order to get the credit for having it there. Also doesn't seem to have a Twitter account associated with it, let alone a Google Plus page. And I know people are like, well, I don't really use Google Plus. I just use the Facebook and I do the Facebook. The problem is Google Plus is owned by Google and it helps with your search engine optimization. So that's extremely important. Another thing that is incredibly important, video. Video is huge, because if you don't have video on your site, you're going to be dealing with a lot of disadvantages. All of my sites have video, some kind of video, some way, somehow. You do have 13 pages coming to the site, but you need more links out there. You need more people sharing this content, which is why your social is so important. So those are things that are extremely, extremely critical. Another thing, and oh my God, oh my gosh, this really bothers me when I see it. So please don't take offense. I'm just trying to let you guys know, all of you. When you don't have a site that's optimized for mobile viewing, you're missing out on 74% of additional business. The majority of searches that are done for any product and service in any lane you could possibly think of usually happen on a tablet or a phone. They do not happen from a laptop or desktop. 74%. To put that another way, that means that only 26% of people are looking from a computer. So you just missed out on 74% of additional business you could have had just by making sure your page is optimized for mobile. If you don't know how to do that, you can feel free to email me. I'd be happy to go over it with you. So that's just a quick example. Hope everybody is doing that. Um, we have a lot of proprietary, like everybody's like, well, what are you using? We have a proprietary tool that we use here that will rank your website, let you know what's missing and what's going on with it. So I definitely hope that helps some. And that's good. So, Dietrich's saying, regarding video on your website, how do you ensure that your video will play without issues? I went to sites where the video was too slow to load and it quickly turned me off from the site. Okay. Yeah. I'm a big believer in having your own, but I'm also a big believer in having the best. Here's what I mean. I have my own business, but I do not make my own car. I have my own business, but I do not have my own security system. That's ADT. Sometimes when somebody does it best, let them do it. YouTube has a great embeddable player. It loads up quickly. It's very light. Shouldn't have an issue with it. Not to mention, you can set it to play on demand. And so, yeah, I'm a big believer in if the video doesn't pop up, I got an issue. I'm like, I don't even mind having to click it to start the video. That's cool with me. And it's another thing. The average person will stay on a website without a video for about 18 seconds. A person who will come to a website that has video will stay on there 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, so that's an additional 2 minutes and 12 seconds of somebody looking at your site. And in most cases, it's actually closer to 5 minutes. So do the video. And also, don't be afraid of finding things that are extremely useful to you. You want to be able to have things that are above and beyond what everybody else has. If you look at, I don't know how many of you guys register for the webinars, but all of that stuff that you see, like the intro with the logo, all that, I do that. Why? Because damn it, it's cool. That's why. Not to mention, it's like, oh, what's he about to say? What's he about to do? And it doesn't matter if the video after that looks like crap, but if that intro looks good and you see some lower third and some graphics, you're going to feel like you're dealing with a professional, which I am. But you can't really expect anybody to be, blown away if you're sitting there and you do this. I know some of y'all aren't Eagles fans, but hey, this is my camera. I'm just going to shoot. Y'all be shooting like this. What's up, y'all? My name Ray. How you doing? I'm just using Ray as an example, but not you, Ray, personally. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anybody's website. And I'm really surprised that nobody decided to call in. I'm beginning to feel like I lost my touch or my breath stinks digitally. I don't know. Let's see here what we got. Let's go to another one. Okay, so I see this here. So what I'm doing is I'm just loading this up for you. And I'm putting it in. Please take notes because some of these things, even though they may not be your particular website, may be issues that you have. And let me try it this way. Sometimes my tool doesn't work on everybody's website, which is kind of a bummer sometimes, especially when I'm trying to do a live broadcast. And I'm looking, and if I were a betting man, okay. All right, what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually just going to share my screen again. And, follow-up question. Good one. Should your video content change? And if so, if it does, how often? It depends on what it is. There's certain things that are evergreen. Unless I change the price of something or unless an offer needs to come up, then I don't change it. Now, if you have a product that is going through a change or you're updating something or it's new and improved, then yeah, you should. But I mean, look at it like this. If you have a hit song, you're not doing a remix till like 6 months after the song comes out and then charts. So you have to give it time for people to see it. So my long and short answer to that is use your judgment. And I can get more in depth, with you on that, um, you know, offline later on if you have more specific questions. But the one thing that I will tell you as a rule of thumb is content is always changing. And if you don't have content that is um, new, updated, fresh, fun, then people are going to usually check out, feel like you're not handling your business. In other words, your if you're neglecting your business by not giving people fresh content or things that they can use on a regular basis, then what is their point in buying from you? Now, things happen. I mean, I had a very rough year where I was sick for a little bit, so some things kind of fell by the wayside for the sake of my health. That is a different thing, but I made sure everybody knew that I tried my best to get content in and guest speakers and updates and phone calls when I had the strength to. That's a different set of circumstances. But if you are running a business, it is your responsibility, and I'll even go as far as to say it is your duty, not duty, but duty, duty, um, to make sure that that content is updated. So yeah. Now I do have let's see here. I do have one side I do want to show you here. Okay, so I always have a bunch of windows open. I'm going to share my screen one more time, and this is here, and it is you look for us productions, which is a pretty decent site actually. Standard HTML. For some reason, there's not a whole lot of data it's letting me pull. One thing that I will say is, do you see what I'm doing? I'm scrolling. Do you see why I'm scrolling? Nobody's gonna read all that. Oh wow, Omar Gooding. Funny Omar Gooding story. While I'm looking at the site, okay, there we go. We got some got some video down here. Really cool. Funny Omar Gooding story. When I was a kid, I was doing a show on CBS called Candid Kids Club. Somebody found the tape of that show and sent it to an executive. The executive flew me out to do a pilot of a TV show called Wild and Crazy Kids, which I killed, absolutely murdered it. And yeah, Omar Gooding wound up hosting that show. And I'm like, y'all got somebody who looks just like me to do my show? I was upset. So it's a running joke in my house. Every time I see Omar Gooding, I get upset, but it's totally not true. It wasn't my calling. I wasn't there to host a TV show for kids. Although I think I would have ripped in Baby Boy. I'd have ripped in Baby Boy. This is a really nice site. I can tell there's some, this is basically about acting workshops and things of that nature. And I see that, this is based on the character. Patty, I see a lot of that good stuff in there. There's a good video. It's loading up, no problem. Boom, no issues. Cool stuff. Yeah, so definitely the site is definitely not bad. So keep at it. I wouldn't tend to narrow down those words on a lot of those sections and kind of let the video speak. The words should, you should try and treat it like captions, because people's attention spans. If you've ever seen the movie Up, there's this real funny scene where the guy had this thing that he put around the dog's neck, and the dog could talk using that thing. And so the dog was like, yeah, so I'm totally focused. A squirrel. Okay, I'm back. You see what I'm saying? Like, people are just they have real short attention spans. So you want to make sure that you're able to get folks exactly what they need and how they need it. Let me make sure I got a couple more things here, because there was a lot of people just hitting me up left and right with their site. A couple of people were getting their sites done, which is totally cool. So they weren't able to have me go through and um, do their site here. And so let's see what I can do here. And I'll see what I'm dealing with here. This one is for Cosmic Gliders, so I'm waiting for that to pull up. While I'm doing this, don't be afraid to ask questions. Let's see where we are. A lot of folks up in here. Um, I hope what I'm saying is actually helping you out. But one thing that I will tell you guys, like I have like one of my students is a guy who is a personal trainer. He's a phenomenal personal trainer. His name is Jimmy Woodruff. And Jimmy recently, after 2 months of working with me, quit his job. And now he is a personal trainer full time. He just got a contract to train one of the largest churches in Middle Tennessee. It's called Mount Zion Baptist Church. I used to attend that church when I lived in Nashville 12 years ago. Good God, I'm old. Shut up. But he's got that going. He's got some celebrities he's going to be training, and then his boot camps are filling up left and right. And with Jimmy, he's got the other thing. He's like, ooh, 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 gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And I'm like, Jim, we good, bro. Chill. We rocking, we rocking. In 8 weeks to go from zero to I quit my job. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to enjoy the win. And even with that, he has a lovely wife, and his wife's birthday was this weekend, and that's what he focused on. He focused on his wife's birthday, and every once in a while he'll shoot me a text or a message, and I'm like, "You're good, chill, we got it." You have to be able to take a step back. While you're busy, like killing everything and conquering everything and tearing everything up, the one thing that you don't want to do is miss the beauty of life. To be able to enjoy family time, enjoy loved ones, and enjoy the person that you're with, your spouse, your boo, significant other, what you want to call them. It's extremely important. I don't believe in balance. I believe in making sure that you have priorities, and there's a world of difference between balance and priorities. Yes, indeed. So let's see where we are here. All right. So I'm looking at this one, and this one is for Cosmic Glider. Let me show you what my screen is showing so that you can see it. And here we go. And it's not it. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. So we got that there. And this is the parent site. Again, it is mobile friendly, so that's a good thing. The actual site, so it was registered in April. It's got a few links there. Got to get the video popping. Got to get more links going back to the site. Other than that, you're golden. You really are. So kudos on that. So I hope that helps. One thing that I do a lot of when I'm doing video is I will take one day and I'll kind of outline the videos that I want to do, and I'll just hammer them out. Or if I am working remotely outside of the home, wherever I'm going, I will write out whatever like posts I want to put up, and get those ready, and then I can literally just fire them off from my phone and get it cool. Oh, one thing I did want y'all to notice, for those of you who are football fans, notice that my case is chipped because I want to get rid of chip. I hate the coach of the Eagles. I can't stand it. All right, so another thing that I see you guys doing is spending so much time focusing on customer service. Oh, I give great customer service. I give great customer service. Great. But are you able to acquire some customers? Can you do that? you know, and that's what I want to know. Like, are you able to have a process in place where you can get people fired up, excited, moving in your direction, constantly, talking for you? Do you have a system in place to get new people involved in your products or services? And then another thing that I see, which bothers me, a lot of y'all are in very competitive industries, and you're still doing the same thing that everybody else is doing and wondering why you're not making any traction. Here's a free one. Check this out, all right? I see a lot of people tell me, they'll say, "Oh, Mr. Anderson, I go out and I pound this pavement," and I'm like, "Bravo, awesome. When you gonna stop doing that?" And they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, when you gonna stop pounding the pavement? The reason that I ask, when are you gonna stop pounding the pavement, is because everybody else is pounding the pavement. What you want to do is you want to hit all those trade shows. You want to hit all those demonstrations. You want to do all of those things. But what you don't want to do is be the person hitting all those things. So just like the surrogate thing, and I was talking about endorsements, this is when you need to have minions. And when I say minions, I mean that in the most respectful way I possibly can. I mean people who will go out in your name and do the things that you would do, but you're on a different level. So you have to have a little bit of separation between you and the audience. Not much, but a little bit. Here's what I mean. If you're selling soaps, for example, and they see you out of the thing, you should go to a couple of them. But once you've already established yourself there need to be people there who are there for you. And then, they'll say, "Hey, well, where's Mr. Anderson?" Like, "Oh, Mr. Anderson couldn't make it. He had a certain, a previous engagement. But if you want to keep in touch with him, you can sign up here for his email list, this, that, and the third." You want to be able to have other people go and do that for you. Listen, I'd rather have my 16-year-old out at some of these business expos on my behalf than me go out and do them myself. I don't do them, but if I were, that's what I would do. You have to be able to create this mystique. To put it another way, so we have a broader context. Patti LaBelle sold $2.3 million in pies last weekend. Not this weekend we're on, but the weekend before, right before the holiday. Do you think that wasn't planned? You better believe it was planned, bucko, because those pies have been sitting there and they weren't moving. But you know what does move? Somebody cooning the buffoon and then singing, "You are my friend," because the pie is just that good. And I'm sorry, my wife's sweet potato pie can whoop Patti LaBelle's pie's ass all day, every day. But my wife doesn't have a process, and she also does not have a deal with Walmart. Not to mention there are no preservatives or chemicals and things that I can't pronounce in my wife's pie because I don't play that chemical crap. I used to be 600 pounds. I ain't trying to go back there. I'm still a big boy, but I'm still trying to watch myself. Now, here's the thing. If you went to Walmart to get one of those Patti LaBelle pies, by all means, I applaud you, do your thing. But did you see Patti LaBelle anywhere in that damn store? And of course, your knee-jerk reaction answer to me is, "Well, no, Mr. Anderson, that would be ridiculous. Why in the world would Patti LaBelle be in Walmart?" My question to you would be, then why wouldn't she be in Walmart? And your response naturally would be, because she's Patti LaBelle, she doesn't have time for what? Ding! That's my point. People have to expect that you're busy. If they see you out there peddling your wares, and there's nothing wrong with peddling your wares, but if you want to establish yourself as the dominant force in whatever it is that you do, I don't care if it's natural soap or hot dog carts, separation works wonders. That is what personal branding does. It's understanding that you're there, but you're not there. I wrote 3 books this year. 3. My first book was about crowdfunding. The second book was 101 easy ways to get shit done. And my third book, Pitch, Close, Upsell, Repeat. I write so that I can be there but not be there. I do these webinars so that I can be there but not be there. So my time is very limited. Like, my wife had come back in the bedroom. She's got the baby. She's, got her laying down for a little bit. She's like, oh, well, I'm actually going to finish reading Pitch Close Up, So Repeat. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm going to go knock out this webinar. All right. And Gilmore says, thanks so much for the feedback. Oh, no, that's fine. Listen, I don't mind if people don't, like jump down my throat to participate, because it's always one thing or the other. Somebody's texting me or inboxing me or whatever the case may be. But you have to create some separation. Now, you do have to create some brand loyalty, and people do need to see you, but they don't always need to see you in order to see you. And that's extremely important. And that frees up your time. Okay. So I will literally, I can do what I do anywhere on the corner that anywhere that there's an internet connection. I can do what I do, any corner of the earth. My brain is with me everywhere I go. My phone is usually with me anywhere I go. I try not to take my laptop with me everywhere I go, but you want to be able to have a process where you can actually go out and live, and you just schedule your job. And when I say your job, I don't mean your 9 to 5 if you still have one, but your business should not be an all-consuming thing, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It makes Jill a dull lay. I'm just saying. In other words, you're not your best you when all you're thinking about is, oh, you know what, I got to process these invoices. You ever heard of QuickBooks? Use it. It's okay. It is okay. That's what it's there for. I will say this. A lot of people have a habit of wanting to have a business, and they want to do it on a shoestring budget. I get it. 6 years ago, and if you are new to me, you don't know me. 6 years ago, I was homeless. I made some bad decisions, got into some bad situations with some bad people, and it cost me everything I worked very, very hard for. And that put me in a tailspin. But then I got out of it. Then I made some moves. And then I found a wonderful woman who I had loved my entire adult life. And I got married. We have children. Life is good. I understand what it is to have something that consumes you. But listen to what that sounds like. You consumed Thanksgiving dinner. Where is it? Probably somewhere in the toilet in your septic tank. That's what happens when your passion consumes you, when fire consumes you. You have to stop being consumed by what it is that you're doing, and enjoy what it is that you're doing. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's not going to happen overnight. I didn't start off writing 3 books a year. I wrote my first book. In 2003, and it was a novella. And I wrote it because the mayor of Nashville had, he was a fan of my radio show. And I'd come out to the schools and I'd speak to the kids, and they would ask me a bunch of questions about, who I dated, what I was doing, and, what that was like, and where I'd been, and all these things. And I had them hanging on my every word. So the mayor pulls me to the side and says, you ever think about writing a book? And I said, no, Your Honor, I really hadn't thought about writing a book. And I did. And so it took me a good 8 months, and I turned out my very first book. And it's the only fiction book I've ever written. And that book sold 12,000 copies in a week. And I didn't write another book for 4 years. And I wrote a book about having to how to navigate the radio business. And then after my homeless experience, I didn't write another book until 2009, 2010. And that one was Common Sense Ain't Common. And I got Les Brown to do the forward for that one. And that one became a bestseller. So did the handbook for radio. The point in all this is, it was a long process to get to writing 3-4 books a year. It just don't happen overnight. So stop thinking that just because you went to GoDaddy like this, clickety clackety clackety click, clickety clackety clackety click, that all of a sudden you just going bam, turn into Mark Zuckerberg. That ain't real. Stop. You're putting way too much pressure on yourself. You're actually disrespecting your dream. One thing at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Personally, I start with the trunk. It's delicious. All right, so uh, Deidre said, "Can I get feedback on my website? Do me a favor, just put the link in the chat, and I'll go ahead and run your website down for you. I have absolutely no problem in doing that. And hopefully, what I'm saying is helpful because sometimes it's very hard being me, just having all this up here and then trying to like narrow it down in a simple, Dave speak. Hopefully some of this is just helping you. Some of this you probably knew. Some of this you just needed to hear from outside of yourself. And while I'm uh, while I'm doing this, I do want to say this to you because I just feel like it's important. Nobody in my family is a business coach. Nobody in my family is just a writer. My wife's a writer, but I mean, like people who are in my immediate biological family, not by marriage or by procreation, they don't do what I do. I could sit up here and lie to you and tell you that they do, but they don't. And so, a lot of times, when I was going through my journey, people couldn't understand the twists and the turns I was making, why I was doing the things that I was doing, what kind of stress I was putting on myself. Why would I live in so many different places because of radio or being a broadcaster in general? Why I was doing the whole YouTube thing. Oh my gosh, people in their criticisms of my YouTube. Oh, well, why are you sitting there just talking to people? That's never going to make you any real money. But yet, and still, YouTube sends me a check every single month, right to my bank account. People aren't meant, even people who share your bloodline, are not always meant to understand what it is that you're doing or why it is that you're doing it. So you cannot at any time, by any far stretch of the imagination, allow that to upset you. Stop looking for them. One more thing that I will tell you before I get to Dietrich's website. And I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me. Again, I will butcher your name. It's not personal. I'm just a name butcher. Um, Stop using your family as your fan base. Stop using your family as your customer base. That is a horrible business model. Let me explain, and then I'll get to this site. No, I'm just doing this while it loads up. There are 7 billion people on the face of the planet. 7 billion. That means that if the average person only knows in their lifetime intimately, max 260 people, something like that. So that means that you're missing out on 6,999,999,740 people. See how that's stupid as hell? I don't expect my family to support me. I don't expect people I went to high school to support me. I don't expect people who went to college with me to support me. They know too much. People can't see you in any other capacity other than the capacity in which they met you. Point blank and period. Don't expect them to. And that's okay. But don't use that as an excuse to stop going, to stop pushing, to stop grinding, to stop hustling. You would be an idiot to do otherwise. What I'm going to do now is give Deetra a rundown on her website, and arguably, Deetra, right now, you are doing really well. I escape travel, I escape and travel.com. Okay, I like the name. You have a 6.4 out of a possible 10, which is awesome. So let's review some of the good things here. Looks like you're keeping your site updated quite frequently, which is awesome. The last update was in October, so you might want to just make a few changes there, but that's still pretty darn decent, all things considered. A couple more things I want to go over here. Secondly, I want to go over you've had the domain for a while. Your images are great. You have strong analytics, which is impressive. A lot of people don't. So it looks like you're using a lot of analytic solutions, which is awesome. Google Analytics is free. Try it if you haven't. Let's see here. Let's check your social presence. Social presence 6.3. Ooh, look at you. Found a Twitter account. 158 followers. You need to get that up there. Also, get that Google Plus page popping. You were linked to a page, Escape and Travel, with 1,227 likes. I don't know if that's and Dietrich, let me know if this is a situation where this is like totally your company or it's part of a company that has a bit of things where it's like you have your own setup, your own personal site, and so on and so forth, because that can give me a little bit more insight. Let's see here. Mobile. Why are you guys? All right, so let me do this another way. Do you see how like this looks halfway decent, but not as bad as this? And this is why this looks bad for somebody's like, well, Dave, why do you think that looks bad? Okay, first, if I have to pinch and squeeze to see what's going on here, that's a problem. I don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're optimized here, and none of the pages that pop up are optimized. One thing that I do want to do is actually take a look at the site itself. Very cool. All right. What this is for people who don't know, this is what's called a dynamic lead. And a dynamic lead means that, okay, you see Cancun, or you want to stay at J Riviera Cancun, or you want to go to San Francisco Hyatt, you want to be able to look at that. One thing that I will tell you is somebody needs to, whoever's designing your site needs to slow down that dynamic lead, because you're not giving enough time to read about the Caribbean vacation in Montego Bay. Or at least have it so when I scroll my mouse over it, it stops long enough for me to read it. Contact us for more info. Just for couples. Got some things here. Oh, that's not bad. We got a couple things here. We might have to have a conversation. I see you said Visa, MasterCard via PayPal. Information's there. Roanoke, Texas. All right. So yeah, you got some cool vacation packages. It's not bad. Got some things popping here. Huh. Cool in the gang. So yeah, overall site is good. I would highly recommend getting it mobile optimized as soon as humanly possible, and I think you'll be cool there. All right, Detroit, I see you, sole owner, big baller shot caller. Awesome. But yeah, no, I think it's important that you guys understand that, like, one of the biggest critiques you'll hear of me is that I don't have any filter, that I don't particularly subscribe to being politically correct. Sometimes the language that I use may be offensive to some. Sometimes the direction that I choose to take something is not the direction that other people would take it. Ask me if I give a rat's ass. I don't. You want to know why? I don't have this thing where I care what people think. My mommy is almost 70 years old. She's in Arizona. She makes beautiful greeting cards by hand. She is a lovely woman. My father has been dead for 10 long years. The only other person that I feel I owe an explanation to, there's three. I'll give you three. My wife and my two children. Everybody else does not matter. I have to live this life. And depending on what you subscribe to, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. And I'm going to have to face God alone. And none of your opinions are going to be there. None of your criticisms are going to be there. I'll answer for my language. I'll answer for every wrong I've ever done. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Mother Teresa. I'm sure Mother Teresa, God rest her soul, did something wrong. But what I won't do is apologize for being authentically me. pursuing what I find enjoyable, pursuing the things that I'm passionate about, doing the things that make me happy and give my spirit room to breathe. So often we get caught up on feeding our family that we forget to feed our soul. What kind of life is that? Is that why you think you're here? Just to go somewhere and do something and that's that? Here lies whatever the hell your name is. They did a couple of things good, like go to work and their kids are okay. It's not what I want to do with my life. Sorry. I want to make sure that when I die, people will say, you know what? There's Dave Anderson. You always knew where he stood. I like everything he said, didn't like everything he did, but he did exactly what he wanted to do the way he wanted to do it. And damn it, isn't that what matters in a country that you can do whatever it is you want to do and say what it is you ever want to say? Police brutality and killings and Black Lives Matter notwithstanding. So stop worrying about everybody. Stop comparing yourself to other people who do things that you do. Be different. I always do the opposite of everybody. I don't do what Tony Robbins does. Lovely man, wonderful guy. I don't do what Les Brown does. And I used to work for Les Brown, for Christ's sakes. I don't do what he does. Don't want to. My voice is mine. I'm not E.T. the hip hop preacher. I'm not Dale Carnegie. I'm not any of those folks. I'm David Anderson. And I'm good with that. I want you to be good with you. Everything. So what, your business isn't popping the way that you need it to be. I can help you fix that. I can't help you fix you. I can't help you fix what's in here, what's ticking inside of here. And if something's dead inside of there, you need a defibrillator. So here it is. Clear yourself. Clear out other people's opinions. See, that's me doing a defibrillator. You see that? Clear. Yeah, that's what that was. You really need to get to a place where this is what I'm going to do with my life. This is how I want it done. I don't need you to like it. I don't care if you hate it. And I don't even need you to respect it because it's between me and God. When I was a kid, I was and still am a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I remember watching an interview and somebody had asked Michael Jackson, one of these, I think, European reporters had asked Michael Jackson, Michael, why is it that you go to your studio at all hours of the night? And Michael Jackson said, well, sometimes I wake up and I get this feeling and I just get up and I go and sometimes I'll have to call an engineer and then I'll just get in there and I'll just start and doing all that Michael stuff. And the guy said, well, Michael, why don't you just, like make yourself a note and do it in the morning? And Michael said something that really changed my perspective on business. And I'm going to share it with you. He said, I'm afraid that if I don't act on this right now, if I don't do this right now, and I'm paraphrasing, God's going to give it to Prince. And I was like, wow. And it got me thinking, and this is not me preaching, but this is just me making a point. Whether you do it or not, and there are examples of this in the Bible. If you've never read it, pick it up. It's a pretty cool book. There's always somebody else who's going to pick up the mantle. God's objective is going to get done with or without you. Happens all the time. Moses was supposed to lead the Hebrew Israelites in the promised land. Joshua was the one who got them over the threshold. David lost his mind. So there were, you had other people handling that business. It just is what happens. Somebody's going to get it done. It needs to be you because that's what you're called to do. So don't run from your gift and don't let anybody talk you out of it. Otherwise, there's going to be some great things that could have been accomplished in this world that weren't. Dietrich, you're completely welcome for that. Oh, good stuff. Are you guys all students of iBrain University? If not, why not? We're having fun. We're winning. I wonder if Kelly is still in here. Kelly, you still in here? Where you at? Yeah, Kelly, if you're still in here, do me a favor and just really quickly, chat with the folks. I see Adrian's in here. Adrian's also a student. Chat with the folks who are um, in here, not, and haven't been a student. Like, let them know what you've gotten out of it, and get that done. But you guys really need to do it. And I'm telling you now, this is the last time I'm doing this because Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that stuff. And I don't believe in doing things because it's a hype sale or right now type of situation. But there's two things that I want to do. First, I want you guys to become a student if you haven't. Um, Being a part of Ibrahim University, this is something that I do because no one was there to help me. No one wanted to, when I lost everything, when I was no longer the it kid in my industry. My phone number didn't change, but apparently everybody lost it all at once. There was no one there to, just give me a hand up, to kind of guide me, to show me how to invest in my business, to show me how to make smart moves, to show me how to not have to answer to anybody else. So I wanted to um, give you guys an opportunity to do that. Because at midnight on Tuesday, um, it's extremely important because I'm going to raise tuition because it's getting to a point where I can't keep up and I don't want to shortchange anybody. So that's it. I'm going to, close it down. So um, tonight I'm going to keep it where it should be for folks, and I just got this message. You may not think that you're not good enough, but you may not think that you're not good enough, but God's grace and love are bigger than who you think you are, and that's the truth. So hopefully, you'll get on here and you'll join Ibring University. Did everybody see the link? Because sometimes I'll pop up the link and people say they don't get it. So if you see that, please let me know you see that in the chat room, and I want to be able to answer any questions about what you guys get. You know, and there are different levels. The main level is the undergraduate level, and then there's a master's level where I go in and really help you work on your business one on one, which is extremely awesome. So please, by all means, go there. And in case that link didn't pop up because I don't see anybody chatting telling me whether it popped up or not, I'm going to put it here. That's my big finger typing. I want you guys to be able to take advantage because it's definitely worth it. And it's one of those things where it's cool. Okay, cool. So please, by all means, join. You know, and I stand behind it. For those of you who are already in, can you just in the chat room let folks know that if you're enjoying the experience, if you're getting something out of, it, if you're learning something, um, please let me know. Let's see here. So that should pop up. So somebody just said that they're not getting it. Okay. Let's see. La. How's that? Can you see that? I don't believe in if you're paying me your money that you shouldn't be able to reach me. Like I feel like that's corny, especially when it comes to somebody consulting your business. Like that's ridiculous. Um, and I refuse to let you drive that bus off the cliff. So I'm going to tell you some things that you're not always going to like, but it's definitely a good thing. All right. So again, if you go to ibranduniversity.com, it's the letter I, brand, BRAND, university.com, and you look on the link that says join us, you can scroll to the bottom and just hit that subscribe button. And, it's definitely going to be something that's going to benefit you. I guarantee it. You can't be any worse off um, than you were coming in. today. Because right now, I know there's questions. I know there's things that you really want to do that you haven't been able to do just yet. And I know that those things are extremely important to you. And I know you want to create a different type of economy for your family. One thing that I see a lot of us do, and when I say a lot of us, I mean young people, I mean specifically a lot of African Americans, is we don't create legacy. We don't create something for our kids to have. And I feel like that's important. You know, I look at my kids every single day, you know, and when I don't have the strength, I focus on them, you know. I look at that beautiful woman who somehow I convinced to marry me every day, and then I say, you know what, got to go get it, um, you know. And well, Adrian, thank you. She said, if you enjoyed the information tonight, you'll get so much more by enrolling in the course. It's worth it, and it significantly is because I work my butt off for y'all, and I think it's extremely important that you know, get it done. Not for me, but for you, because let's face it, you got to be able to get stuff knocked out, and you don't have the type of time where as though you can just sit back and wait, because sometimes tomorrow won't come. And then the other thing that I would let you know is right now, instant download. You can get pitch, close, upsell, repeat. So if you haven't seen it, it should pop up for you. Let me know that that popped up if you haven't gotten it, because it's extremely helpful. And yeah, also Crystal. I was trying to figure out who the hell is La, and then it dawned on me. But yeah, it's extremely important to have somebody there who's going to actually, you know, be there for you, you know, and get it done and really help you get to that next level. So it's important. So it's anything else I can do, please let me know, because it's extremely important to me to make sure that you get any questions answered. I'd be happy to answer them for you, because I want you to feel good about what you're doing. I want you to, get ready, because let me tell you something. The time to get ready for 2016 isn't January 2nd. It's right now. It's actually 2 months ago, but you still got plenty of time right now. So it's extremely important. So I'm going to answer any questions I can for you. Stop laughing at me, with Crystal. I didn't know that was you. It just said live first. What you want me to do? But yeah, now is definitely the time to answer any questions you may have. Because a lot of times we don't take full advantage of those opportunities when we get them. Teacher says thanks a lot. All right. So teacher said thanks again for this webinar. The information was on time and very helpful. Looking forward to checking out iBrain University. So Deidre, you signed up already? Oh man. I'm tired because drinking this water. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, stuffing is very filling. I do believe that the turkey and everything, it is, after a while, just kind of dries you out. Okay, very cool. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else I can help you with, because it's extremely important, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this situation up. All right, Linda Jones says she just signed up. Welcome. If you don't get your course materials, please let me know in the next couple of days, and I guarantee you're going to love it. And there are things that I'm doing now that I wasn't doing initially when I started because I'm growing, and there's definitely nothing wrong with growing here and seeing what comes of that growth. It's extremely important. So I'm always happy about that. And LaCrystal said, could you go over my site and should I promote the new site before the business is done transitioning? Do me a favor, put the link in the chat room, and I will do that. By the way, don't be afraid to rep your business and rep what it is that you're pushing. It's extremely important. So the second you put that link up there, I'll go ahead and go through your site. Mm-hmm. Also make sure that with these website critiques, as you know, you take notes of them, and if you want to, what I do, and I could have swore I already did yours, but I will do it again. I could be wrong though, because sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptick myself. All right, so let's see. One thing that I do want to stress to you guys is don't be afraid of video. If you need help with video, please let me know. I will definitely also, make sure I give discount rates for my students. If you don't know, what your video should look like. I don't think I have done this one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. Oh, somebody just wants some kudos. I see. La la. So here, I'm going to give you a shot. Here it comes right now. All right. So this is what she want me to show you. ExtraordinaryEssentials.net. 7 out of 10. Best score tonight. And I mean everything. Like page titles are strong, domain age is strong. We need some help on the incoming links. That means we're not pushing as hard as we need to. Let's check a couple of quick things here. Images are cool. 32 of them have a design a clearly defined size. 7 of them are being redone by the browser. Good headings. Headings are strong, 9.8 out of 10. Look at this. Mobile optimized. You see that? You see how that looks? Let me break this up so you can see it a little bit better. So you see the hours, everything right there. You can kind of see what's going on with the site. So that's awesome. So it looks different on different platforms. So that's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think your logo could use a little bit more of a pop. But that's just me being nitpicky. I apologize. It's just a part of who I am. And wow, you updated this the day before my birthday. So I see you're really on the ball. Good stuff. Getting everything ready for pre-Thanksgiving. I like that a lot. Domain age is pretty good. Make sure that you don't let that slip though. Got to get some Google Analytics. You got to see where pages are coming, how many people are staying on them when they're going, that kind of good stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. Got to get on that. So let's see here. So yeah, your marketing is kind of bad. Got to fix that a little bit. Got to get video. I guarantee, if you have video, some analytics, and some social presence, you'd probably be closer to an 8.5. Easily. But overall, good site. Good site overall. Really impressed with that site. Need some understanding. Look, Crystal, what does that mean? Like your site is awesome. Like I really think it's a cool site. The fact that it's mobile optimizing is cool, but Yeah. Let's see here. There is a Facebook page, but it's not linked back. So you're suffering from that same problem. I see that here. Um, so I definitely hope that that helps. And let's see here. Let's see who's in here right now. Do, 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 do. Got that. Got that. And all right. So welcome to everybody who did sign up tonight. I guarantee you're going to be cool. Um, hmm. Uh, oh, link stuff. I don't understand that. Okay. All right. Cool. Um, let's see here. Let me go and take my butt back up here. All right, Kokisha. First things first. I'm going to tell you something. I'm intimidated by a video, but I will show you one other thing. Let's see if we're to do this way. Let's see. I'm pulling up my YouTube channel. And I'm going to show you what my YouTube channel looks like. I'm scared to death of video. You know what? You know what gets me over that fear? Money. I like the money, and I hate that I do that, and then it just pops up. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel. I actually need to change that, but here's what I wanted you to see. All right, there's my bio. Notice it's just a few pages. 1 million people I've spoken to over the world, blah, 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 blah. I started in July 2006. I didn't start really making videos until September or October of 2009. And these are my views. That is not a misprint. That is not something I bought. 2,347,377 times somebody has decided to take their butts on one of my videos and view them. I do not let my fear stop me from doing what it is that I need to do. If you need help, hopefully you'll sign up for iBrain so that I can really help you get over that. Because let me tell you something, I like the money, you know. There have been a few things in my life that I've been completely scared of. One was this. I remember the day I decided to tell my wife that I couldn't live without her and I needed to be with her and I wanted to marry her. And I was scared to death, literally scared to death. And I picked up the phone and I said, listen, you've known me for quite some time. You know what I'm about. And I really want to be with you. And I was scared because she could have told me no. And keep in mind, this woman's been telling me no since I was 17 years old. So this wouldn't have been anything new. But I was scared to death. But if I hadn't gotten over that fear, right? If I hadn't said to myself, you know what, this is something that needs to happen. Like I have to be with this woman. I have to spend my life with this woman. Then I would not. I'm pulling this up for a second here. I want to show you what happens when you get past your fear. Let's see here. That's what happens when you get past your fear. I got that beautiful, amazing, perfect little girl for my trouble, for getting past my fear. And yeah, Kokisha, your registration didn't show up, so let me know how you registered, if you hit the right link or if there was an issue, because sometimes PayPal wants to act stupid, that kind of stuff. But you got to do video. You just got to. You don't need to be any type of particular orator. You don't need to be any type of magical individual. All you need to do is have a will. The rest of that I can help you facilitate. It ain't that difficult. It's just a matter of wanting to get her done, you know, and that's just that's what it comes down to. Um, LaCrystal, getting back to your question, links. Okay, so every time somebody shares a link to your site, that's a link. So right now, nobody's talking about your site, at least not enough people. So you want to make sure that people are linking back to it. You also want to make sure that that your information is consistent across the search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing, um, all that kind of good stuff, because that helps have a bunch of different links. You want to make sure that everything is lined up to your particular website. So every time somebody sees, um, you know, a, extraordinary essentials.net, they know that it's there. So um, that's basically what that means. The more links you have, the more people are talking about you, the more credible you seem. Like there are people who are on this thing that I've never heard of, never met, because somebody said, yo, Dave Anderson is doing a webinar tonight and it's free. So you might want to come check this out, and then they put the link up. So those links came back. Do you see how that works? Same kind of concept. Oh, man. So a couple more questions and then I'm going to go call this a day. All right. So let's see here. Let's see. Got that done. Got that done. Let's see. All right. So Kelly is always so quiet. I don't know why Kelly's so quiet, because she don't be quiet in my inbox. Killing me. Always in my inbox. Asking questions. Want me to do some work. Want me to help your business. All right. So if there aren't any other questions, and I know you guys are kind of wanting to delay, so I'm going to wait just a second here. If there aren't any other questions, please feel free to hit me up. All right. So then the other question. Good job, Linda. I was coming to that. I was looking at that because Linda was having some issues there. Glad to hear it. Let's see here. What about promoting and creating buzz before complete? Yes. You let people know what's coming. You always let people know what's coming. And what you need to do is you need to have an under construction page up, and then it needs to have a form in it that has the ability of you to have people sign up for your email list. All of you need to have an email list. Yeah, Coco, you're gonna need to subscribe, hum bunches. Otherwise, you're not gonna get everything. So you definitely want to subscribe. Let's see here. You want to have an email list. I use MailChimp, and the reason I use MailChimp is because it's the simplest, it's the easiest, it's the least techy thing you can use. And what's cool about it is you can have up to 2,000 people on your MailChimp and not pay MailChimp a dime. So that's awesome. And LaCrystal says, I need to learn how to master a call to action. You just saw me do one. You literally just saw me do one. I told people, what they would get from being a part of this. I spent, a good 90 minutes now talking about you know, things that you should be able to do in having a balance in your life, if there is such a thing, which I don't believe that there is, but I do believe in priorities. And your business should be a priority so that your family can be a priority. My grandfather used to say to me all the time, David, do what you have to do today so you can do what you want to do tonight. Stuck with me. Coco, girl, if you don't subscribe, we're gonna have a problem. She said that's another thing I don't get. I understand it, but I don't know what I could provide to those who sign up. Coco, what's your business? What do you do? I'm going to show you why being a part of this is important. Now I'm gonna give you this one for free because right now I don't think you understand how great you are. So I'm about to show you your greatness, and I just met you. Watch this. Tell me what you do. La Crystal is laughing because she knows Coco about to get this work. She's about to get this work, son. Hold up. You won't get this work. Tell me what you do, what you really, really do. So that I can help you. Okay. Virtual assistant. Okay. First of all, here's the thing. And the one thing that's really weird about me, and I didn't appreciate it when I was a kid, but I appreciate it now that I'm pushing 40. All right. I know a lot about a little bit. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, I should say. But I know a lot about even more. I don't know everything, but I know enough to be dangerous. And here's what I know about a virtual assistant. Here's how you set yourself up in the virtual assistant business to get people to a level where they feel comfortable in having one. The average person feels like having a virtual assistant is like having a maid or a driver. They think it's some kind of thing that's only reserved for the rich, and it is not. It is to buy you time. What you are selling them is freedom. Freedom is an amazing thing. So you have to paint the benefits. Say, for example, you got to get the Billy's Little League game, right? And Billy's Little League game is across town, but you also have to make sure that Stacy, your other child, has cupcakes for her Girl Scout troop meeting. Well, guess what? You as a virtual assistant can call, Jimmy's Catering and Cupcakes and have those cupcakes picked up. So all that she had, all that the person who you're assisting has to do is go, stop by the bakery, pick them up, get to the ball game. One less thing that she has to do. Boom, boom, bang. Another thing. No one likes to do the paperwork. No one likes to have to make the phone calls. No one has to have time for the tedium. They just want to do what they're great at. You're there as the cleanup person. You're there to help them get all that tedious stuff out of the way in a way that's organized, neat, professional, and fun. And yes, this is all at the top of my head. Nothing in my hands. It's mind blown. I know. No, but seriously, you want to literally let them know. You could give them a free one sheet, like 20 things that you could do better by having a virtual assistant. Or here's better yet, just the virtual assistant's guide to having a maximized life. You're welcome. Yo! Sorry, look, I'm a fan of Dave Anderson. But seriously, come on, that was great. Virtual assistant's guide to life maximizer. It's like, wow, bang. But seriously, like, you should give them something that's going to make them think about you, and then have your contact information all over it. And the one way that I would do it is I would set it up where you have like a little YouTube video. Hey, this is Coco, your virtual assistant, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to give you something here while we're building this website so that I can let you know all the fabulous services I have for you. We're going to do X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. Da, 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 da. Bang. And they will look at it differently. I like my time. I really do. I like doing what I do. I do. I love it. I love it more than anything because basically all I do is sell. That is my job. And but my favorite job, my all-time favorite job, as cliche as this may be, is being a husband, being a father, because I'm damn flipping good at it. I don't get everything right. Ask my wife; she will tell you I do not get everything right, but I'm damn good at being a husband, and I'm damn good at being a father. And in order for me to have more time to do that, there's certain things that I just have to compartmentalize, and that's what you want to do. And trust me, I got a virtual assistant. It's important. So yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah, like Crystal's over here right now, like send that moolah. Yeah, cut that check. I just killed the game for you. I took you. I literally, and I'm on my Kanye West right now. Trust me, this is just water. I promise. I'm not drunk. I'm just happy on life. Um, I just took your situation to a different level. You got to give people something beyond what they want. You have to give them the thing that they didn't even know they couldn't live without. The one thing that people can't live without, no matter what industry you're in, is greatness. So I want you to be great. And I want to help you be great. And the whole I Bring University family is here to help you be great. So I want to help you do that. And again, if you haven't already, you need to. See, look, I'm already, and I just got you your first client. Kelly needs somebody to help drum up fill these orders. Look, look at that, Coco. What's wrong with you? I just registered. I didn't subscribe. What you talking about, Coco? See, that's Gary Coleman reference, different strokes, and it's the face and we're talking about. See, it's yeah, but that's what it is. Yeah, so extremely important, extremely important. Let me know. Last call for questions, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. This is extremely important. Do 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 do. Yep. All right, folks, I'm about to shut it down. You sure you don't have a question? Coco, don't thank me with your thank me. Thank me with your subscription. Cut that check. We take all types of plastic here at I Bring University. And again, you want to do anything in life, 4 steps: pitch, close, upsell, repeat. It's all I do all day. You gotta enjoy what you're doing. You gotta smile. And people are like, why are you so animated? Why do you get so happy? Why do you get so crunk? Like, why don't you? Maybe because you feel like your life sucks. Stop embracing that suckage. Uh-oh. I forgot to do one thing, and then I'm out. I promise I'm going to do this right now because I promised if I didn't, while I'm doing this, Kelly, what I need you to do is tell folks about your experience here. And that's there. So I'm going to go ahead and review kellyscloset.net, and I'm waiting for the tool to do that. I'm doing it right now, Kelly. Waiting on this tool. So while I'm doing this, Kelly, go ahead and tell folks how you how you've been doing since you started with I Bring University, because that's super helpful. All right, so sharing my screen now, and we're going to show everybody Kelly's thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. All right, so 5.5 out of 10 here. That's the overall score. Again, a lot of things good. Domain age is good. Metadata is good. For those of you who don't know what metadata is, this is what you look like on Google search listings. So that's extremely important. Headings are good. Titles are good. Images are stellar. We gotta work on these incoming links, which is surprising for you because you should have a lot more people. Now, just so people asked me earlier what this means. To appear higher in search engine results, consider link building activity as a way to build your search rankings. Be careful though, because incoming links, which are obviously artificial, are likely to be detected by search engine and could backfire on you. Your social presence, this is surprising. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus. You ought to have those. I don't know why you don't have those. If you do, you need to have them in here. Site's very, very accessible. Gotta get some video up here. I've said this 1,000,001 times. You gotta get some video up here. People can get to you. You gotta have that mobile popping. Got that mobile popping. Gotta get some of that video in there, and you gotta have a Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus page. Even if you don't do it for anything else other than list building and building your links up, it's extremely important. Okay, so I hope that helps. Yeah, it looks like the right site to me. Hold on one second. Let me double check. Somebody's asking me if that was the right site. Let's check the links. So I'm a big believer in making sure I got that right. I don't know if I said that either. Yeah, it doesn't look like the right site either. You're right. That's weird. Kelly, what's the link to your site? I think kellyscloset.net. Yeah, that's what I put in there. That's what I was saying. It looked like a chessboard, which is I thought was a little strange too. But I mean, this could have been an overhaul, so I wasn't going to sweat it. Let me double check, make sure I got that right. Okay, that looks better. I don't know why it does this. For some reason, it's weird because without the www, it's a that's a thing. Okay, that's weird. Okay, yeah, without that www, it becomes a whole different type of ball game. Thanks for pointing that out. Let's do this a different way because we gotta get that right. And I don't know why I did that, but that's extremely important because without that www, apparently it goes to a different website, which is concerning, but not the end of the world. But I'm going to redo this report. Carlette, good luck on the assist there. See, I'm not perfect, but I'm glad we catch these things because we're in this together. We are a family. Waiting on the report. I'm talking about thank you. So, yes. Yes, I am. And I'm an iBrand member, and I drive Dave crazy with website questions daily. This is true. Every day. Without fail. Yeah, drive my career every time. Hey. All right, let's see what we got this time. Boom, there we go. All right, so I'm going to share this again. I apologize. For some reason, if you don't put in www dot, it just goes someplace else, which is something I've never seen before, but well, why not? It's just whatever. Okay, boom. All right, so it's a website. Oh, this changes significantly. 7.5 overall. Good job there, Kels. All right, mobile 7.2. See, it's mobilely optimized. See how that looks so different? See that? extremely important. Let's check a couple of other things. Still no video. And yeah, social presence. This is still a big shock for me. I don't understand why there's not Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for kellyscloset.net. There needs to be. Analytics is strong. Alternative text is strong. For people who are wondering what alternative text means, this means that when you have an image, it says something when you click on it, so it's identifiable, basically. Let's see, one other thing I saw here. And let's see, links, incoming links. Got to work on those incoming links as well. 10 pages linked to website, 9 domains linked to website. That's cool. Keep pushing that. Other than that, everything's cool. Good stuff. 7.5, great score. You're doing everything right. I don't know how you did for Black Friday or any of that as far as space there, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, you got to talk to GoDaddy or whoever's hosting your site about that, because that shouldn't happen. That really shouldn't happen. So, all right, last call for questions, because Champ is about to get into his Sunday night chill and get myself ready for a busy day tomorrow. Bang, bang. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys coming in. I hope you got something from you, Supercharged. I am going to have this stuff up on the site in the members area tomorrow, so you can totally get into it. If you have signed up, I thank you. If you haven't signed up, what's wrong with you? And by sign up, I mean actually being there. Cyber Monday, any advice for tomorrow, Cyber Monday? Push out everything. Push it out hard. You know, you should have like a coupon code for something where somebody gets 50% off their entire order, you know, but that should only go out to people who are on your email list, things of that nature. And I know people are like, well, why would you do that and you'd half off and all the people? First of all the people that you would have if you didn't do it, it's nothing compared to the people you would have for doing it. So if you gave everything away at 50% off, you'd still be making a crap ton more money than what you would have if you did nothing at all. Trust me, 50% off always works, and it drives more traffic than what you would think. Linda says she enjoyed the call. That's awesome. Help with package. All right. Definitely. We'll definitely talk about packaging. I can do that offline sometime tomorrow evening. So that's not a big deal. Membership has its privileges. So yeah. Kelly, just answer this question publicly. Since you started working with me, how has your business performed? I'm waiting for Kelly to give me an answer. And I think that there's a bit of a delay between what I say and what you guys get. From roughly $300 a week to about $1,000 a week. So to put that another way, let's do some quick mathematics. I'm a big believer in arithmetic. All right, so, and only add, subtract, multiply, and divide. You can miss me with that calculus bullshit. So 300 times 52 is $15,600. That's what she was doing before she got with I Brand You. She is now doing $1,000 a week, which is $52,000 a year. Let's see, it's minus $15,100, which is a difference of about $37,000, meaning that I have not steered you wrong, not once. That is actually 66% increase overall. 66% increase overall. So that's 200 is about 200. Yeah, 200%. You are. Damn. I'm a Dave Anderson fan. But no, yeah, it's 200%. It's 200% increase. Yep. Because your 100% went to 33% because it's crazy. Yeah, so that's pretty damn good. So yeah, my track record is pretty awesome. 50%, trust me. Trust me. And put it everywhere. Now, one thing that Kelly is great at, she has an amazing Instagram game. Her Instagram game is unmesswittable. So yeah, you put 50% off on everything, them folks gonna go crazy. Your thing gonna blow. Trust me. And all I want you to do is at the end of the day, when the receipts call in there, just send your boy a bonus. That's all. Just hey, just send me something. Just as a one-off, you know what I mean? Just because like I know. Oh, I know, because I know Kelly bought Pitch Close Up Sell Repeat. Have you had a chance to read the book at all? I definitely wanted to know what your feedback was. I'm getting great feedback, and I'm really excited about that. But I really wanted to know what you thought. 37,000. Damn. It's crazy. Day I met Kelly, I put her in tears. Oh, and by the way, when I say do 50% off, I don't mean like when I say I really want you to do 50% off, not on everything, but on the things that like ain't really pushing like that. You can kind of package them together, like that kind of stuff. That'll rock. Kelly's been working this weekend because let's face it, it's just a big weekend for online retail. But I guarantee you're gonna love the book if you haven't gotten the book yet. A hard time getting my book from the post office. So it's probably because it hasn't been sent yet. But you should have gotten a digital copy. If you haven't, if you actually purchased the book, Linda, then you should have a digital copy by now. If you don't, please let me know. Also, if you haven't gotten it, let me know if that just popped up for you. Pitch Close Up Sell Repeat is available there. So that should help. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this. I know I enjoyed this. Feel free to see who's left here. And always, if you need anything, you can always email me directly. info@innerbrand.org. And I will see you guys later. All right. Take care. Hit me on the email. This is being used Supercharged at iBrainUniversity.com. Glad you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Take care.